Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make a rainbow pastel cake. The ingredients you're going to need are 4 large eggs, 13 ounces of butter, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/3 cup of milk, 2.5 cups of flour, and a cup and 3/4 of sugar. For baking, I like to use these Wilton set. They come in 5. You can pick them up at any local specialty shop or craft shop. I like to butter it and put some flour so it doesn't stick when baking. I also like to use an offset spatula and just a regular spatula. Okay, let's put it together. So now I'm just going to soften my butter. Make sure it's at room temperature. Start off slow at first and then build your speed up. You're going to want it to get nice and light and fluffy, and then we're going to slowly pour in our sugar. So now what I like to do is just mix my eggs up all together and then add that to the butter mixture. So make sure you scrape your edges. So once you scrape your edges, just start it on low and then slowly mix your egg mixture little by little. So once your butter, sugar, and eggs are all mixed up, you're going to add your flour little by little and at a slow speed. Because if you start at a fast speed, it's going to go everywhere. Let's do this. So for dyeing our cakes, you're going to need 6 different colors, as well as 6 different containers and spoons. So for my colors, I've chosen violet, teal, green, yellow, orange, and pink. And as well, I like to mix my vanilla with my milk beforehand, and then just split it up between the 6. We're going to mix it with our colors, and then we're going to add our batter to that. So now just evenly split the vanilla and the milk between the 6 containers. I like to use a little measuring tablespoon just so I can get even amounts in each one. So now what I'm going to do is just color my milk with each color. So you're only going to want to do a little bit. You're not going to want it too vibrant since it's going to be a pastel cake, and if you add too much color it can come out darker. Okay, once you mixed all your colors, just put them aside. We're going to grab the batter now and mix it all in. So what I like to do is use an ice cream scoop and a scale just to try to get it as even as possible. If you don't have these, that's all right. Just scoop them with a spoon and try to eyeball it so you can get even amounts in. Now just mix all your colors once you've evenly distributed all your batter. All right, so here are my colors. If you do notice that the colors are lighter, that's fine. When they bake, they will get darker. So now all we're gonna do is get our pans ready. Now for the pans, what I like to do is melt a little bit of butter, and then with the flour, just pour it on there This will help it not stick. Make sure to preheat your oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you're gonna use these cake pans, I suggest a baking time from 15 minutes to 18 minutes. And just check it with a toothpick, and once it comes out clean, you know your cake is ready. Okay, so with the regular size spatula, I just make sure to grab all the batter from all the corners and mix it all up well. And then pour it into one of the cake pans. So I like to take the opposite spatula and just smooth out the batter so that you can get an even bake. And just do it with all the other ones. Okay, so if you don't have 6 pans, that's perfectly fine. You can use what you have. So for example, I only have 5 here. So once one of my cakes come out and cool and I can depan it, I can just use that one for my last color. Let's put it in the oven. So while our cakes are baking, let's go ahead and make the frosting. So what you're gonna need is 7 ounces of butter, 3 tablespoons of heavy cream or milk, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 13 ounces of powdered sugar. Now I'm gonna do all this by hand, so I'm gonna use my little mixer here. So once your butter is softened, just add your heavy cream and your vanilla extract. So once that's all mixed up, what I like to do is sift my powdered sugar. So just by little by little, I'm gonna go adding it and sifting it. Now that I've divided my frosting into 4, I'm going to do 3 colors and I'm going to leave the white for a crumb coat. So for the colors, I'm going to try to leave it as light as possible since it's going to be a pastel cake. Now that your cakes have had plenty of time to cool, I'm going to trim the edges off of it. So I just find something that's smaller than the cake itself and just use it as a guidance to cut the edge off. Now it's time to stack it up. So in between each layer of cake, I'm going to add some frosting, and then I'm going to do my crumb coat afterwards. So just put a nice amount between each one and just go stacking it up. So once you got your crumb coat all over your cake, just go ahead and shove it in the fridge for about 20 minutes just to let it cool down and harden, set in the crumbs, and then we'll do the pretty frosting. Now that your cake has cooled and is ready for the final frosting, it's time to decorate. So first I'm going to take my purple and I'm going to start from the bottom up. So I'm going to put a nice amount of purple on the bottom, blue in the middle, and the pink on top. And I like to use a bigger size spatula for this, just because this is such a tall cake, you get more out of it. Once you're done putting all your colors on the cake, we're going to get an even side on it. So you're just going to get a bench scraper, put your hand on one side of the turntable, and put it right up to the cake, and gently just go turning the cake around, keeping it steady and even. And that should give you a nice edge on your cake. So with my leftover frosting, what I'm going to do is just put it in a little bag with a 2D tip. And there's the cake. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to suggest something, put a comment down below and let me know what you'd like me to make. And go ahead and subscribe so you can stay up to date with what I post. Thank you. Stay sweet.